Altered carbon. This could be America's new normal. It's funny how all the predictive programmings are coming true and it's coming to pass in 2020. 2020 and beyond is just around the corner. Every time we blink, a second pass. Yet people chooses to just live life like everything is all good. Just go with the trend, because a lot of people are only trying to make it to survive, not live for the right reasons. They rather live under the law of man instead of the law of God, because there's a difference between the laws of God and the laws of man. The laws of man chooses to extract your resources, control you, have you bent over backwards for money, for fame, power, for anything. People are killing each other for financial gain, for clout, and doing the most stupidest things for attention. Seriously, it's just mind-blowing for the fact that this is not even the end. This is a transition. Yet many people chooses not to see that for themselves because they don't care. They do not care. I repeat, they do not care. You have friends, family, relatives, you explain all these things to, especially if you bring up certain topics related to God, spirituality, the spiritual realm, demons, angels, at the afterlife, how society is changing for the worse, it's not getting better. People are just praying to just get by for a better tomorrow. I get it. But you can't get angry or mad when the same man you complain about is the one that could double cross you, abuse you by huge tax increase. Many people say life is not fair and they blame God automatically, when you have to remember, God never implemented these type of laws. That's where some people that does not believe in God got wrong. Don't blame God for your choices. Don't blame God for man-made laws. The people of selfishness in this world changed how society became. Society sweat its tears, money on pornography, on sports, on things that are stupid and vanity. I made a video about how people are choosing and allowing themselves to be comfortable, to be controlled, to not have a free mind of their own, and let the media control their thoughts, control how they think, what they interpret as the quality of life. Altered carbon is an example of a chaotic future of what can happen the way scientists wants to change life, preserve life. You don't think scientists has that type of idea? You don't think there's people who wants to live forever or be immortal or have a dream of living forever? And then people wonder why the meaning of life is meaningless if you could live forever. There's a reason why you only live once, to correct your mistakes and live by the order of God which had for life. Life itself is precious. That's why people say if you only live once, live at your best. Not partying like there's no tomorrow. Not acting like, oh well, my bills is gonna go away. My problems is gonna all go away if I drink, if I do drugs. Your problems is never gonna go away. They're always going to be around. It's how you handle yourself. It's how you handle your situation. It's just the crazy thing is that many people doesn't know how to handle it properly. and they let the world figure out their problems. I can't live comfortable like that, to where I'm just gonna sit back, relax, and let the government take care of the problems that I know I put myself in the pit in. It doesn't make any sense. Well, that's the reason why many people are lazy, and a lot of people are complaining about these people who are collecting SSI, who are collecting child support payments, who are collecting free money, unemployment, taxes, just to sit there behind all day and not do nothing. We're technically helping out each other, but we have no choice but to. You want to work, but at the same time, you're not getting most of your money back like that. Oh, you're going to pay all right, just like child support. The courts gets a percentage of child support payments, just like alimony. They don't just give everything to the woman or for the child. They make money off of that. It's a business. They take a certain percentage. The certain percentages goes to the lawyers, goes to the court, and it goes to the judge. In most cases, okay. Ever wonder all those little taxes that's about $1, $2 whenever you purchase something at a store or electronic or anything, right? Most of those small percentages, they go directly to different organizations. Like the New York State will collect certain taxes, because people would automatically recognize that every time when they cash their check, because that's another way how the cash and check places makes their money, etc. And all of that can change. I've said many times, many people made videos about this. People need to just educate themselves. Educate yourself. Do research. All these Netflix shows, the sci-fis, these shows, these series, they're not just made for entertainment. They're very interesting. It's not only for the fact that they're interesting, they actually show you this could be the new norm, this could be the future. Yep, people are like, oh, it's entertainment. Oh, I wish this could happen. You see what I'm saying? Predictive programming. They're ingraining in people's minds to slowly accept a change in the future, to think it's acceptable, and so they'll forget about questioning the medicine, the medication, the things that they put in their bodies. Like I said with the music industry, they would push up a video to gain so much recognition, artists to gain so much recognition on how they dress, how they look, how the music video looks, and the music sounds like garbage. Yet because of the popularity of the star or the singer, people will still give that person the time of day and worship them like they're some type of god. Isn't that sick? Altered Carbon is a Netflix show that takes in a very dark future where people found a way to preserve life. I can't imagine repeatedly living my life just to go through the same problems and deal with drama. Why? I don't get why people want to live forever. What is so great about preserving life? You can't play God. You just can't. Without the laws and order of God, there is no truth. And when there is no truth, there is no existence of a tomorrow. I do not want to live in an endless trapped cycle of sin, vanity, where I think stuff like this is cool, something that I wish to worship myself. I don't want to think like that. Because the only people who worships themselves is worshiping the world and what the world has to offer instead of what God has to offer after you die. People questions the government And yet, they're also questioning God when they should also be questioning what the government is doing, what the president is doing, what the higher ups elites are also planning to do. It's just a lot of people are too lazy to think for themselves. They leave everything on society's hands because some of them have no choice, which I understand. But at the same time, you don't have to completely bend over backwards for the world on what the world has to offer when it turns to dust in the end of the day. Nothing is worth holding on to for dear life of the world, because once you're gone, that's it. Preserving my life should be the last thing on my mind. Why do I want to live an endless cycle of sin, vanity, drama, going through the exact same thing over and over again? They found a way in the show to use people's memories and cells and everything, right? And this one little chip where you could constantly be in different persons' bodies, which are called sleeves. For those of you who knows what I'm talking about, you will know about the show Altered Carbon. I highly recommend you watch the show. It's interesting, and it makes you think about, is this the future that we're headed in? Can this be the norm? Some of us might not even be able to make it to even see that future. It could be 50 years from now, 100 years from now. Most likely, I'm not going to be here to see that. But the way the world is going, I can see this happening. That's why I said I'm not shocked by all the technology advancements anymore. I'm not. People just got to question society more before questioning God. Because the laws of God never brought up anything to do with technology, with taxes, money, or nothing. It talks about simple life terms, simple solutions, karma, the existence of humanity. It doesn't talk about cops. It doesn't talk about human rights. It doesn't say none of that. Respect one another. Don't steal. Don't commit adultery. Don't fornicate. Be like a monk. You find a good partner, you found a good thing. People doesn't understand that. And I'm going to save that topic for another video in the future, guys. Anyways, this is Woken Up here. Peace out. Let me know what you think.